Bitcoin is still dumping significantly over the course of this weekend, but don't get fooled right now, because right now we are indeed creating a significant CME gap, and I will be explaining my base case scenarios, what I think is going to be happening next to Bitcoin. I will give a massive update on all the most important support levels trading below us right now, the spot Bitcoin ETF, my upcoming trade I will be taking on Bitcoin, because yes, I am planning to open up $1 million trade on Bitcoin, and many more important stuff we need to discuss on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to slam that like button once again back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And like I said in yesterday's video, we are currently trading in a downward sloping trend, and in downward sloping trends, Bitcoin trades downwards. And of course, once we do confirm the break above this downtrend, that is the point where of course Bitcoin is going to be reversing. But as long as this is not happening, I don't see any reason why Bitcoin should be having that significant push towards the upside. So currently what I can see is that indeed we are creating over the course of the weekend. And what I will be expecting, and like I said many times before, and just like we've seen from previous data, always once Bitcoin creates these CME gaps, we can trade significantly above it over the course of the weekend, but always at the end point of the weekend, which is going to be at the end of this day, on today's Sunday, we are going to be seeing the Bitcoin price once again most likely coming back towards that CME futures close price, which in this case is going to be sitting somewhere around 69,500. So I am expecting that, yes, while we're currently sitting around 66.5k, we are most likely in the coming 5 hours going to be seeing a 5% pump towards the upside to fill up that CME futures gap, because literally this is official data. 97% of all Bitcoin CME future gaps always get filled up on the Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday afterwards, but most likely it is already going to be happening on Monday. So the likelihood is extremely big that Bitcoin indeed is going to be bouncing back towards the upside. Maybe we're first going to be seeing another leg down here, but what I want to give you with me right now here is that Bitcoin indeed is trading in a downtrend, and of course clearly clarified the trend, but I am seeing something very interesting in this downward sloping trend here, because we're creating of course a downward sloping resist line where Bitcoin is getting rejected from every single time. You can see here, boom, rejection, rejection, and here also a couple rejections. But if we're clearly looking at it, we can also clearly spot a downward sloping support line, and now we can start to see that Bitcoin potentially is starting to create somewhat of a falling wedge pattern, and a falling wedge pattern is always created in downtrends and usually is the indication that the market is reversing and that the market is squeezing up here, since the lows are getting less exponential and of course the highs are also getting less and less exponential, and that is going to squeeze the price action together. And at some point here, probably today or tomorrow, we're going to be seeing that massive explosive breakout either towards the upside, or Bitcoin does break lower and we're going to go towards my first base case scenario, and that is of course that Bitcoin indeed is going to be having a 20% correction, which is extremely normal in bull markets, and which also would definitely equal maximum opportunity in the market. I mean, I've tweeted about this far before we were doing anything. Well, Bitcoin is trading around $68,000, so a little bit of $2,000 higher from off this point. But I've said, okay, I think that it is likely that we could be seeing a 20% correction, but it is not going to be my base case scenario. So if Bitcoin were to be already bouncing back towards 70k from off this point onwards, and potentially even higher, I'm just going to do nothing, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy my spot positions grow. But if Bitcoin were to be right now going in towards my scenario 1 and see that correction towards the downside to an approximately $60,000, I will be definitely benefiting from the markets being a little bit cheaper. And if that were to be happening, I think there's going to be a big bounce. So what I will be doing on $60,000, I will be opening up a massive Bitcoin long position worth over $1 million. I'm going to be opening up a Bitcoin long position if that were to be happening, because if I'm right now looking at the big levels of support, I can see that there are two very important levels that we're currently trading in this Fibonacci retracement. So we can clearly see the 65,450, and that is of course the level that we're currently bouncing from, and the level we previously bounced from. And also here in the past, we saw that this level clearly provided support. But if Bitcoin were to be breaking below this level, I think the next big support is going to be $60,000 for Bitcoin, which of course clearly previously around also provided significant support for Bitcoin. But I do expect that if we do come back towards this level once again, we are most likely going to be seeing Bitcoin significantly bouncing from off this level. So I am definitely going to be looking forward towards seeing Bitcoin retesting it, and it would definitely once again, like I said many times before, equal maximum opportunity for Bitcoin, because if we're looking at this entire trend where Bitcoin has been trading in this entire year, every 20% correction in this cycle so far has equaled maximum opportunity. And to quickly clarify it for everyone out there, if we were to be seeing a 20% correction right now, it would put Bitcoin somewhere around 60 to 59,000 US dollars. So what I will be doing here is, of course, not open all my positions that I want to be opening on 60,000 US dollars. No, what I will be doing with my long position, if Bitcoin were to be retracing towards that level, is of course open a slide a little bit over here, 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 and boom, I will be laddering in towards my position. So as Bitcoin comes down, and as I think the chance is going to be likelier and likelier that's going to be bouncing, I will ladder my position, and maybe not all my entries are going to get filled, but that way, once again, I will have the least amount of risk of trading Bitcoin. So if you want to be joining me with this, because I will be trying to share everything on this channel, make sure to go to Bybit in the link description of today's video, because Bybit is the exchange where you can also trade Bitcoin, where you can also trade other cryptocurrencies. And if you're right now signing up an account using the link below of today's video description, you can get a deposit bonus worth up to $30,000. And without this link, if you sign up an account, it's only $400. So if you're interested in trading, it's definitely a win-win scenario if you are going to get an account on Bybit using the link below. But going further in towards the content, of course, tomorrow is also once again a day where we're going to get the spot Bitcoin ETF inflows. I mean, last week has been actually a very successful week for the spot Bitcoin ETF. We saw the first $1 billion US inflow day. In general, things are just looking very good. But just like I said many times before, Bitcoin is just currently seeing some resistance around that all-time high. And this is nothing to be worried about. This is just very normal in my opinion. And of course, if we're just looking in this entire trend towards the upside, we're just clearly still trading in a daily uptrend, only within slight correction here, because on the daily time frame we're still trading in an uptrend, and every correction at this stage, like I said many times before, would definitely equal a bigger opportunity. And of course, as prices go even lower from this point, which I truly hope is going to be happening, it will allow me to of course open up that big long position, because yeah, of course, I think it's going to be extremely likely that we already could be potentially bottoming from this falling wedge pattern. Because if we break the falling wedge and confirm, of course, the previous high break that is currently sitting around $70,000, I think, yeah, we could be reversing the trend, and most likely we're going to be already bouncing back towards the upside. So something like this could be happening, and it would make a lot of sense that Bitcoin is going to be bottoming over the course of the weekend, since we are creating a semi-futures gap. So please do not get fooled right now here. I truly hope you have the best information available, and that is why I'm trying to share all my analysis in this video. And if you enjoy it, slap with the like button, because I've got even more alpha. Because yeah, yesterday and basically this week, this book of meme coin has absolutely exploded to $1 billion US plus market cap in a couple of days here, while Bitcoin of course has been going down. And that, of course, begs the question, we need to be making money in this market, but it's not going to be only Bitcoin. There's a lot of ways to be making money. And I think one of the lower risk trades I'm taking here is, of course, that Ethereum ETF. Like, you know, if you've been following the channel, it's going to come in approximately 67 days from now on. And if I'm actually looking at Ethereum, we're also having a very healthy correction. So I'm currently saying that I want to be opening up a long position on Bitcoin, but maybe I want to be rather doing it on Ethereum, because Ethereum is most likely going to give better gains here. I'm going to stay a little bit calm with that. I'm just going to keep my eyes wide open. And if we were to see a good correction and we were to see Bitcoin bottoming, I'm maybe also going to be opening up a trade on Ethereum, because on the spot, I've already shifted a lot of my Bitcoin into Ethereum, because I do believe that Ethereum is going to be bouncing significantly against Bitcoin in this upcoming year here. And we're just moments before we're going to be having that massive breakout. So yeah, that is what I'm currently doing in terms of spot trade. I'm doing most of my spot trading also on Bybit, since they're giving like close to 0% fees here. So if you're interested, check it out in the link description of today's video. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. I truly hope you did learn something from it. If you did so, subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.